Hello everyone and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as the Ar-Adûnâim. It's been a few weeks since we played as them, but I'm ready to get back into the groove, especially since whenever I start a new series, I'd like to get typically 3 episodes out in a row and not do anything else. But now we'll get back into the regular swing of things, and since we have 3 series, I'll try to shoot for 3 Divide and Conquer episodes a week, 1 from each one, going forward for the next couple of weeks until we decide to finish out another campaign. Now, I think the first thing we're going to do on this episode is take care of Captain Rodaith, who is down here at the last unlanding remnants. We'll get him off of our land, like an old man telling kids to get off of his lawn. And you all may have noticed I have a new, what would be not a thumbnail image, but like a profile picture for YouTube and on Discord as well, if you've seen me there. That is courtesy of my friend Steven Nosov, who has a art page, which I shall link down in the description, probably his Instagram and whatever else he sends me. But if you like it, go ahead and check out his other works. He's done like a children's book, and he takes a lot of commissions for other art. So if you like his style and you may be interested in having something commissioned yourself, just go ahead and send him a message there. I really appreciate what he did for me, and I think it looks very well. No longer do I just have an image of a random Norse god that I found on the internet as my YouTube picture. Alright, Beruthiel's Watch. It's been a while since I've played as the Ar-Adûnâim, but I think I can pick up everything. We really just have a lot of archers here. Mostly just archers. I don't know what this Dunlanding army has. We didn't even really look. What do we have for infantry? I guess we have the Royal Guard. They can be a solid front line. You fell on border guards here. A lot of our stuff is like shock infantry, so I'm not really worried about holding a solid front line. Although we could use Corsairs. I never really worry about the lives of Corsairs. In fact, they could probably take the charge for the Royal Guard. Yeah, we'll just move them like this. Who else do we have? Fallen Warriors. You guys just join that flank. You guys can go there. And then we have our Trebuchet, our magnificent creation of the Numenorians, which has now been given a proper texture and coloring for the Ar-Adûnâim. For me, it's still the Gondorian Trebuchet, but in the future that will be amended. So it will no longer be the White Tree of Gondor. That's currently in the current build of the game. But I'm not playing that one right now. I'm playing a older one, and I'm afraid to update because I'm sure it would just break something if I did that. Although technically it should be fine if I just imported the models and textures for these guys. But I don't want to risk anything, not at this point. Alright, so let's take a look at this Dunland army. Berserkers, Dunlanding Raiders, Farmhand Pikemen, Dunhird Champions. Pretty standard Dunland stuff. Now, since we are against Dunland one last time in this campaign, I do want to talk about them. The changes are going through with the Dunland scripting, and I believe Lord of Links has confirmed that everything is done in regards to the script itself. So basically, let's move these guys over that way. All the scripting is done for the Dunland campaign and their new scripts, as well as they are going to be getting a few roster changes, and the way that they change their units is going to change as well. So essentially, they're going to have a similar feature to the not Angmar, but the Anduin campaign, where you kind of have to pick between different building lines for your units. So Anduin starts off with the same basic building for their militia, and then from there you can pick your woodsman focused for your like archers and woodman warriors. You can pick your cavalry focus with the Eotheod, or you can pick the Bjorning focus. For Dunland, it'll be 2 barrackses. Dunlanding horsemen chasing us here. The Corsair Raiders, you guys can take the charge of that warband. Ooh, let's watch out with that cavalry. Or with our, what do you call that? With our trebuchet. You don't want to be taking any big damage with that. The Halberdiers will be taking a Dunlanding horseman attack there, but that's fine. Do these guys fighting Dunish spearmen? Yeah, let's not fight those, please. On warriors, head on out the way. I'm doing just awful here. We'll use a our army ability there. Raiders and Dunlanding horsemen going at it. They should be fine on that flank. Trebuchet will be focusing on those berserkers. Yep, looks like the fight's going just well. Where's our Gimilkhad? It would be good to shoot at those berserkers. Look at these hits coming in. That was actually nice, very nice catapult shots. Looks like our flank here is getting a little bit weakened. Of course, having all of our, what do you call them? Having all of our raiders die is not a big problem. I apologize if you do hear sounds in the background. We do have company over, our friends visiting. And we'll try to avoid getting shot by friendly fire. Maybe go after that mounted warband. Alright, cavalry needs to come back. We don't need to kill every enemy here. We just need to make them all break. Since this is just a rebel army. And I think Dunland, I can't remember. Are we getting new units for Dunland? I think we're in suggestions for it. But I think for the most part it's going to be the similar kind of units, but perhaps with new aesthetics. We'll see as we get there. It's still, everything is still a work in progress. But essentially the current plan for the split roster, I should probably speak about that, is to have basically they're going to be split between a traditionalist style of warfare, like what Lord of Lynx is going to consider like kind of the old ways of Dunland, and then the new ways here. Alright, let's not have you guys firing anymore. Probably did way too much damage for Azra Zaire there. Trebuchet, you don't need to fire either. It's probably about time you stop. These Fallen Warriors hit the Dunlanding barracks, or Dunlanding Berserkers. So, I guess the old ways would be things like skirmishing infantry and shock infantry. So your Dunherd champions and slayers will adopt that kind of traditional warfare rule. Whereas there's no in-lore basis for that. This is just kind of what they're coming up with. And the kind of newer way is going to be a lot of like cavalry warfare. So all your cavalry will come from one barracks line. And the other barracks line is going to give you like your javelins, skirmishers, kind of faster, lighter infantry, I guess. And that new way is supposed to be the Wolf way. So Wolf from Dunland, I believe he led many raids. I think he was the one that actually ended up occupying Edoras and took it from Rohan, I believe, if I recall my lore correctly. I would need to brush up on it. But his way is basically leading into cavalry warfare to counter the Rohirrim versus the old way. So there's kind of a military divide that way between the factions. So you got to pick like how does each town or settlement, how do they want to fight basically? Would Dunlarig want to fight in the old ways, the people living there, or maybe Dunlarig is the old ways, and over in Dunyard you have the Wolf's way of combat. It's a little bit closer to Rohan here, and he was herding cavalry here. You can use that. I mean, you can build these settlements any way that you want, but that's kind of how the split's going to go, just to make it a little more interesting. Alright, the question is, Mengelin or Longbottom? The dwarves are over here. We could take the Shire before it's too late, and that's honestly looking pretty tantalizing to me. So, how much money do we make? We're making 15 grand a turn. That's actually quite a lot. We'll send up those guys and get our units. Ooh, these guys need retraining. Let's get them out of Byrig. They don't need to be sitting in there. We're going to train a lot of military next turn. And I kind of want to get a ceasefire with Isengard because I want to go down here into Gondor. But if we have to, we might as well. We're on the way with this army. There's only a few settlements left, and we can just get rid of them and deal with Rohan, perhaps. Perhaps even not fight Rohan if we want. I don't think we'll get that far in this episode, but let me know if you guys want us to fight Rohan or not, or how we should go about that. We really want to go into Gondor, and we haven't done that just yet. Minlazir, why don't you pour up that way? We got a few reinforcements coming in. Sarline Mercs. I don't think Dol Vorn is going to be attacked anytime soon. But I think we're okay just to pull these guys on out of here. Same with Bergast. Oh, these guys actually need to be retrained, so let's send them all the way back. Anyone got an army in their fleet? Nope, not really. But we could train more units here in Londare, and we are doing that. Oh, excuse me. And we could sell them up the river to get them up to the front line faster. I believe we're at an end turn. Let me check our missions. Mercantile acquisition against Wally. I'm not going to bother doing that because our merchant, he makes 900 gold a turn trading the Harbit farmsteads, aka the pipeweed. So if for him just to leave that to go potentially take some guys, resources, I don't think it's worth it. He's trading iron though. That guy's making a lot of money. If we did try it, it would be a guaranteed. It's actually guaranteed. Okay. But I don't think it'd be worth losing that income at this time for that. I think we should just keep him here, even though it's a guaranteed chance. Although I guess there's other farmsteads around the area. This one seems to be the best, though. He's making 900 here. If we go here, it's only 451, so I'm not going to bother with that. But we can go into Longbottom and then into the Hobbiton before the dwarves get there, as we are allied with Ar-Adûnâim. And then go into Mangalin and Bree, and that will pretty much seal off most of the conquerings of the north, depending on how far the dwarves make it. I believe the dwarves have a Numenor, so we can't go there. I don't think... I'm not sure about Fornos Rain. That might still be being held out. And I can't recall if the dwarves are allied with Angmar, or are they against Angmar? Is there a three-way war going on? Because that would be interesting. And then we get mixed in as the kind of fourth party. Although we are on the side of the dwarves. That's the thing, when you go away from a campaign for like 2 weeks, you tend to forget what exactly was going on, so I try to play catch up as we go here. I'll also be doing today, recording a battle replay video I did against Dov Plays. He's a pretty much a Total War YouTuber, mostly Warhammer 2, but I messaged him up, and if you guys haven't checked him out, I'd recommend checking him out if you're interested in more Warhammer battles. We did a few of the new DLC battles, and it was a lot of fun. Brigast could get a Merchant's Guild. I think as we make so much money, I'm not opposed to it. Although it really doesn't give that much money. Ooh, Dunyard's rioting? Why is Dunyard rioting? That's not good. That doesn't even make sense. What's going on here? Must just be the population. While we're on low taxes, it really hates us. That doesn't even make sense. Do we have a general? I mean, Gimilkhad could go back. Or Ar-Gimilkhad. Although everything here kind of hates us. Ar-Gimilkhad can make it back there. Hopefully in time. Let's just train units to kind of quell that public order for now. I hope it doesn't rebel on us. We might be okay for another turn. A little bit unfortunate that that's happening. Like, we also have units at Harrod that can go out there as well. I don't know if they're going to make it, though. Might be a little bit late to the party. But we might as well send these guys on out the way if they're just sitting in the middle. Alright, so we have units to train. So we'll go to Tharbad. See Azrazar warriors. We'll get some footmen. I don't think we need halberdiers. Marines are a little bit uncost effective, I think. Yeah, we'll stick with that for now. Construction report, Dunyard. Oh, it's because of the conscription camp. That's exactly why. If we got rid of that, it would fix the issue. But yeah, that's actually causing all of the problems there. Do we want to keep it? If we get rid of it, we can definitely save the settlement for now, as we work on getting our leader there, or we can risk it for the biscuit and see if it holds out on its own. I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't think it's gonna like us, though. Dolvorn, what do you have? You've got the Dark Shrine, that's great. We could go for more economical trade here. That would boost us about 50 gold, not too much on that warehouse. Maybe we just go for farming here and just get money there. That should do. Alright, now the rest of this money we need to spend on military. So we'll go to Londair. We'll get that trebuchet made. We have a lot of conscription units we could make. Ooh, Azrazar crossbows, let's do that. I like those boys. And then, should we get warriors or footmen? If we're fighting Gondor, we're going to want some armor piercing. So we'll grab those. I'm tempted to also start building up Siduri as well, to get better units, because it's probably about time. We get this conscription camp and honestly make a lot of money here, and still keep the law going on with the governor. So I'm going to just build that for money. Lon Angren, you're looking alright. Baloran is set to make our best archers right now. We'll continue to do that. And we could potentially lead a fight over to Thar-Grondost with Baloran, and it'll be a very safe region. Especially as we can choke point Gondor between the Parthior Gap and down here at Thar-Grondost. And if we take Thar-Grondost and have a bunch of archers in there, I think we'll be okay for occupying Gondor. So we're going to keep pumping out the missiles there. I'm going to keep trying to retrain some of our scattered forces. Lord Gimilkhad, you can probably just ignore Captain Yagug. Although he does have a ballista. I'm not worried. Keep on going. There's the Eisenrun. Do we just go in? I think we should just go in. Yeah, we have a catapult, we have a ballista. It should just be low work wall, so we're going to go right in here, take this settlement out, probably exterminate it, just for public order. But, I mean, if we have our whole army here, we should be fine, but no, we need to exterminate it. We need to take land and not have to worry about sitting in there and being idle. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be Harad. This has to be Harad. Harad or Rune. It's on like a bay here, like on a coastline, so it could be Rune. Yep, and as you can see, the terrible orcish walls. Alright, so infantry, I want to get all of them together, just so I know what I have. And cavalry, not much for the cavalry department. Now don't you guys work on that gatehouse. Hopefully they're accurate enough. Let's see, it looks like we're going to be okay. Come on, take it down, lads. Let's move up a little bit closer. I'm not liking how we're missing a lot of shots here. I'm yet 60%. But I'd also rather like to be shooting into their army if I can. Where do they have... Those are Isengard infantry. Let's just shoot at those heavily armored warriors. I think the ballista might do enough damage to take that gate out. Any lucky shots? You killed, what, 2 guys there? Not amazing. Keep on shooting. That's not too bad. Taking out some spear guard. Besides that, they also have Bane guard. Those guys are a threat. And orc fodder. Mostly just this heavily armored infantry. I want to get through them quickly. And we definitely have the right forces for it. We have some armor piercing. No, we don't. We have 1 armor piercing unit. Never mind, I lied. I totally lied there. Oop, 2. I'm losing my control of my keyboard. Alright, well, let's just start shooting at the infantry then with our artillery. Come on, guys. Be a little more accurate than that. There we go. A few shots making it. Catapult, though, still just being terribly inaccurate. But the ballista's not doing bad. I would like to see the Isengard ballista from Reforged get added to the game. I think that would be neat. Now we're starting to shoot in and over the walls. I guess we could try to take a position in here. Oh, we have Nardu Tarik. That's actually perfect. They send in the raiders. We just need numbers in the walls right now. Catapult, what are you shooting at? Do they have archers? No, they don't. Alright, we're safe there. Liston might be able just to shoot down on those spear guard. Up in there, lads. We'll want to get some distance so that our archers can continue to pepper in. In fact, if we can get the crossbows inside the settlement, that's going to be huge. There you go, ballista. That's what I want to see. That's doing some damage. Alright, catapult. Why don't you just focus on those raiders? Recommend spear guard. We could use Numenorian Warcry. Crossbows aren't going to be able to make it in just yet. Yeah, let's just switch to those. Crossbows, hold your ground. We could have probably made another breach. Come on, catapult. Just get 1 nice kill there. Couple raiders going down. What are you guys all shooting at anyway? You guys shooting at the Uruk-hai infantry? Looks like, yeah, they are. They're targeting those. Let's try moving them over here to kind of shoot at their flanks. We have Mordak fishermen. They'll do really well if we can get their javelins to go off. They can do tons of damage if we just let them fire. This is going in, hitting the raiders. That's what I want to see. Angle's a little bit off. It's not going to kill more than maybe 2 at a time. There are Bane Guard here, which is not a good fight for Gimilkhad or the Nardu Tarik. Here we have cavalry. Let's see your fishermen. Maybe you guys can fire in at these Bane Guard. Maybe just up and over the walls would be nice. Toss them over. Yep, that should help us clear them out a little bit sooner. I love that shot of just seeing the artillery fly up and over the walls there. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. This Bane Guard is definitely the most threatening unit at this front line. I don't want to send in my heavy armor besides Gimilkhad until they have been cleared out. But as long as the Corsair Raiders can just keep annoying them and holding them off for our javelins. Looks like they have 2 units here. The Spear Guard, Bane Guard. Looks like it's just the 1 unit. And they still have plenty of ammo. We're going to keep firing for a while. Oh, that's not good. They have some raiders here charging in. Crossbows probably don't want you firing. As their raiders will try to hold them off while our archers just shoot at them. Hopefully some of them can get good shots right over the walls. Looks like they are, and the raiders are much less armored. Especially when you shoot them from the back. We're out of our ammunition for the artillery. We're making progress though. Murdoch fishermen throwing off the last of their volleys. Killed about 50 of those Bane Guard, and who knows how many Spear Guard fell down. We just need to keep on pushing. In fact, I think it's time for a shield wall right after the cavalry gets in there. Other Murdoch fishermen, hold your fire. Urkai Raiders down to 150. That's looking solid. Now let's start shooting at these Urkai infantry from the flank now. You guys need to go that way. Cavalry, go deal with the raiders. Alright, let's send in the armor piercing now. I'm really tempted to use a war cry just to kind of secure the victory on this end. So let's do that. Hopefully we can break their morale. Come on, mounted warband. If anyone can beat these raiders, I know it's you. Ar-Adûnâim going in. Yep, they're wavering. That's exactly what we want. And the infantry is taking some casualties. Not too many yet. They're incredibly heavily armed. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Missiles. Should we keep firing? I mean, yeah, every bit of damage counts. Oh, what the heck? Oh, they're sending units out of us. Okay. Was not ready for that. You have you guys shoot those. Shoot and shoot. Everyone on defensive mode. I'll keep on chasing them. Oh, we're almost over chasing. That's okay. Just get in there and Ar-Adûnâim should be able to defeat these Urkai infantry. I want to try to capture them. No, they're going to make it back to the town square. Gimilkhad, keep fighting, lad. Maybe we can capture those raiders. Oh no, they're actually just running on their own. Orc defenders coming out. Do we have anything else in reserve? We have Dunleading horsemen. Keep on running, lads. Let's send an Ar-Dûzagard out that way. But now we have an opening for our crossbows. And this Urkai infantry has just been completely annihilated. Like they're trying to run away even. Are we being shot at? Ah, they have crossbows. Of course they have crossbows. That is not good for us. Infantry down to only 40 though. My cavalry hop on out of there. We're actually defeating these guys really quickly. They're getting shot in the back and they don't have armor upgrades. So yeah, Ar-Dûzagard don't even need to go out that way. Who else do we have left in reserve? We have some Dunleading axemen. We need these guys just to run up now and occupy those archers and just stop them from firing. That's all they need to do is be on suicide squad duty. Crossbows, anything you can fire at? Maybe shoot those defenders. Of course, their raiders head on out. We'll try to hide behind this building here so the crossbows can't hit our elite units. Alright. Ar-Adûnâim, take care of these guys. You should be able to shoot right up into that gate. Cavalry's on its way. Raiders are on their way. We just need to get on to those crossbows. So cavalry, that's your goal now. And everyone else just needs to protect them as they do that. We also have these Ar-Dûzagard working their way around the flank. We're making progress. We're definitely making progress. We're doing quite a bit of damage with these crossbows, actually. Run them out that way. You guys hit those raiders. Nar-Dû-Terek get involved. Gimilthor is taking some damage. Or is it Gimilthon? I can never remember. Alright, Nar-Dû-Terek, get up in there. If he dies, that is it for this campaign. At least against Isengard. Should we just send in the raiders? Yeah, let's just do it. Axemen, charge in. Who else do we even have? Murdoch Fishermen sell swords that are useless. Because they have only 17 men. Cavalry should be able to deal with these guys, but there's Baneguard. Go ahead and pull out.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost.
Mundunish Axemen hop in there. These guys need a hand. Alright, Dunlending Cavalry was able to pull out. Our raiders are slowly dying off. But their lives are quite expendable to us in the end. Are we looking here? Few Uruk-hai crossbowmen, so they're actually in melee. That's fine, so they won't be able to fire at our elites unless they do some point-blank shenanigans, which the AI likes to do. How's that Nar-Dû-Terek doing? They're actually cleaving through them right now. Doing a lot better than I thought they would. I want to get these guys right there to fire at those raiders. Taking care of the main forces now. Balon Border Guard's doing well against these raiders. Looks like they've actually been trading very well. Go ahead and poke them down, lads. These guys are a bit winded from having to run for so long. We'll give them a moment to catch their breath. We have a couple of archers left, so we can shoot into these blobs. Shall we send Dunish Axemen in? I think we should. Come on, archers, keep firing, please. This is excellent. We've managed to break through over here. Alright, we're going to be flanked here. Our crossbows are going into melee. And they're getting charged? What the heck is this? Ah, but a few of them actually managed to fire into these guys. That's exactly what we want.
Our men are in command of the city.
They're actually able to fire point blank. Hop in, lads. Maybe we can break them off. Yes, that's exactly what we needed. Now, we're going to get flanked here by Uruk-hai raiders. But we have lots of supporting elements. And we are taking the city. You lads run up there. Actually, you know what? Go for those raiders here. We need to get these guys off of us. I'm going to put it on ×6 as we kind of wrap up this battle. It's basically over. Got to finish off those Uruk-hai raiders who the Nar-Dûzagar are cleaving down with their great swords. Just take a quick look at these guys. I love the shield on their shoulder there with the big great sword. I think it looks super cool. Do they get? I don't think they get a shield value though, but maybe they should get like a shield value of 1 or something. That'd be really cool, especially for a two-handed unit. Like, I love that. That looks so cool. Warband doing all right. Just a few more pockets of resistance remain. We're about to win in about 2 minutes. We'll keep camping out the square. And let's get these Nar-Dû-Terek down here. They'll be able to finish off that last group of raiders. These ones taking javelins in the backs now and in the sides. Still 146. Alright, ×6 now. And our shield wall pushes in. They all rout, and that flank is taken care of. Move on to the next one now. Come on, lads, push in there. Those raiders should be dead. Must be their general unit. And they rout. 2008 to 1862. We only lose 501. Most kills going to those Nar-Dû-Terek. 232 from those absolute killers. I think I was talking so poorly about them earlier, but it's just all about getting them in the right situation. Defensively, they don't last as long as I feel they should. Especially for having big tower shields and being renowned for their ability to kind of just turtle through combat. So I feel like they should have higher defense skill and higher shields. Like, they should just be the peak of defense for a human unit. At least in, like, you know, when you're facing arrows and everything. I don't know. I guess I could digress. Alright, we could exterminate it. 7,500 would be massacred. We're gonna lose some buildings. Definitely gonna lose some buildings. But that's fine. Honestly, we couldn't even use some of it anyway. Keep the militia garrison, though. That's interesting. Brawler's Pit. We can't use that. Warg Breeder, we can't use that either. I think everything else is fine, though. Yep, that means no population issues, no discontent. We can put that Dark Sanctuary down. And we've reached Isengard just up here. And look at that. Prince Swidhelm, the conqueror of the Hornburg. Oh, Rohan's actually turning it around here. Look at that army. A lot of max armored Rohirrim, Rittermark Axemen. One of my favorite units that Rohan has. No elite cavalry, really. Oh, they have Ar-Red Lancers, at least, and Rittermark Cavalry. Ar-Red Swordsmen. But yeah, once Rohan gets away from their, like, crappy militia peasant units, I think they tend to do alright. Our next step should be to take Derwath. Push over there, and from there we'll have a good founding basis to not have to worry about Isengard anymore. We actually have Gimel Zagar. He could be the one to push for Derwath, but public order doesn't seem to be well in Goon right now. Do we have a culture building? Yes, we do. We could get the Dark Shrine to boost that just a little bit more, so I think we will. Give it a tactical save, and I'm hoping Dunyard... man, I don't think it's going to hold, though. I feel like at minus 45%. It's really, really close. Did we move our army towards the Shire? Oh, yes, we did. And they have a full army led by Bobby and Billy, ready to stop us. So we'll need to take them down before they take out Mengelin. Are we actually neutral with them? We're neutral with Bree. Well, not for much longer. Let's just check diplomacy. Swords of Ar-Adûnâim. Yep, they are at war with the Breland and the Angmar. So yeah, screw it. Here we go. Bobby and Billy. Bobby only has merchant cavalry. Billy brings gatekeepers, watchmen Bogard, Axguard, Dunedain Rangers, gatekeepers again, merchant infantry. Pretty much the best type of army you can build as Bree with their standard roster. I think we can do it just fine, especially with our Royal Knights. It's just going to be a little... It'll be a little dangerous, I'm not going to lie about that. Be a tough battle, but I'm sure we can hold it out and claim victory. And we beat this, we have reinforcements on the way. And we'll keep sending up troops to the Northern Wars. Alright, so we can play defensively with the Trebuchet. We absolutely have every right to do that. Let's grab all of our archers, get them in a line. I like to just have my units kind of just organized first so I know what's what. Our front line's going to be pretty bad. We're going to have to use the Household Guard. Probably some raiders, though, just in front of them to protect the general there. Some spears on the flanks. More raiders up here on the front line. Spears can go over here as well, just nice and wide. We'll have to play defensively. Fallen warriors, maybe just right there. You guys can hide right behind the front line, that'll do. Kive Huntsmen, I'm not really worried too much about loose formation, and we might as well. Just in case they have any archers, put you guys right there. Leaves Gimilkhad. I'd like to use him up in the front line if possible. Just some Azrazair archers, they can go stand up there. It's really going to come down to how our knights hold out this battle, though. They're going to be our #1 asset. Oh, and thankfully, we can just draw them to us here. In fact, we could probably just send up our general. Probably don't want to use all our trebuchet ammo. Ooh, that was great so far. Can we hit the general? That'd be even better. Beruthiel's Watch, head on up. Where are our spears? We don't have that many. You let's shoot the merchant cav. With the trebuchet fire maybe one more volley and then we'll stop because I don't want to waste it on just 2 units. Here it goes, and yep, way off. What is that? What is that accuracy? Those watch though should take down those merchant cavalry. Yep, all they have is armor and a shield. Once you get past that, they don't really have anything else. They should also coax the army in the back to join the fight soon, since their allies are being utterly crushed. Let's pull out. Please don't get shot. Keep on running, keep on running. See, all missiles stop firing. Gonna go in right into our spears here. That's perfect. Yep, those cavalry are now dead. Corsair Raiders can go into combat. Let's crush the Council's Guard and use the cavalry to finish off that army. They honestly look pretty cool. I like their whole medieval aesthetic. Bree, definitely one of the most medieval looking factions. I guess vanilla medieval too, I should say, in terms of their aesthetics, but I kind of like that. Cavalry charge in. Actually, as they're disorganized. What was that charge? That charge was really bad. They don't appear to be gaining the upper hand. We're going to win this easily. Oh, the announcer always talking out of his butt. Hop out of there, lads. They are armor piercing. They can crush through your horses. I believe the knights were given barding as well. Actually, yep, this is the barding. I would like to see it on some other units. Alright, run back in there, Royal Guard. Now, honestly, the Council Guard isn't super powerful either. 21 defense is nice. 10 attack, actually, with AP is very solid. There you go. Crush the last few of them, my Royal Knights. Absolute beasts. And we're still in a perfect position that once their army gets closer to us, we have this kind of perfect valley position to shoot them from. And we have some high ground here, which is actually perfect for us. And just a few Council Guard remain. Can we shut them down? Look at that banner, they're just in the midst of combat. Now let's pull out. We'll get Gimilkhad back into a better firing position, because I want to start having him skirmish with the enemy. Yeah, there we go. The general has fallen, or he's fleeing for his life. I think he must be fleeing. Yep, perfect. We captured him. That's exactly what we want. Now, do we have any cavalry to worry about? Yes, we have some. Farmhand pikemen, cavalry, lumbermen. There wasn't so much cav. I would love just to start charging in here. I mean, we should beat merchant cavalry easily, but still, we're heavily outnumbered if we go out that way. Alright, let's get our lines back into formation. Oh, we can't because I never locked them properly. Corsair Raiders right there. We could probably use these Corsair Raiders just to get around the back line. And no, we should probably use them in the front. Let's build up our battle lines. You guys, Beruthiel's Watch, head over there, please. How are we looking for our missiles? Let's get you out of there. And then group 2, as you are. And then that should lock them. Yes, it did. You guys stop there as well. I'm just gonna get the whole army into one here. There we go. Yeah, we will just take this valley. Beruthiel's Watch should be in range soon to start unleashing a few volleys on those pikemen. Yep, there we are. Pikemen aren't as deadly as, say, the gatekeepers, but if we can just get a few free shots with our crossbows, I'll take it. I know it's not the best target. We'll probably only get about 50 kills a volley. And they're so lightly armored. Still, pikes are pikes, and these are now a Breland exclusive unit. No longer will we be fighting these as Mordor, or Rune, or anyone else in the campaign. Although I feel like Dale, it makes sense for Dale to have them too. I feel like maybe Dale should keep them. How do we only kill 7 in that volley? That's awful. Well, let's pull out, lads. There's our cavalry way over here. Good. That ballista's probably lingering behind. No, they're actually keeping a good guard on it. That's not good. Okay, let's pull out. Keep running. Beruthiel's Watch cannot take arrow fire. That's their only weakness, is that they suck at being shot at. Oh, they have Dunedain Rangers. No wonder they're hitting us. That's not good. I was like, how can they possibly be hitting us? They're just Breland units. But I really need to get in here soon, though. taking care of those rangers. I see an opening. I'm going to take it with this cavalry. We can go into the sheriffs and then the Dunedain rangers. Corsair archers, you guys should take the front line. Let's keep on going in there. Hit those sheriffs before they can shoot their rocks at us. You know, big charge coming in on the side of those sheriffs. That's exactly what we want. Get another charge in on the Dunedain. What was that? That wasn't even a charge at all. That was awful. Alright, cavalry, get out of there. You completely messed it up. Completely wasted your opportunity. Corsairs, go on up. We're going to need to really pull these guys out now since we have to deal with that cavalry. And the Fallon border guards to help with the fight. You guys shut down those gatekeepers here. Oh no, what are they doing? Of course they're sending... war cry, go on. That'll save us for a moment. Are they still charging at us? No, stop. You're infighting. Oh, you guys charge in there. Cavalry needs to find a way into that back line. Keep Huntsman, why are you not firing at will? Why is no one firing at will? Oh, that's so bad. I can't believe I forgot to turn that back on. Cavalry, what are you doing? Alright, perfect. The merchant cavalry is engaged. We can now get in on those Dunedain rangers. Kiwi Huntsmen should be alright to deal with those on their own. Yeah, defeat is not almost certain. Don't worry about that. Lumbermen going into combat now. Not great. Here, we have a perfect flank. Let's get on that ballista, shut that down first. The Dwarven ballista too, interesting. Known as the dual shots mechanic. Helicopters going up, sorry about that. I do live kind of near a local airport. Beruthiel's watch, shoot at those bowguard. Alright, we should have been able to shut down that ballista and stop it from firing for a moment. Come on, cavalry, I need you guys to really pull your weight here. Looks like we're getting pulled away so far from that unit. Yes, there goes a bunch of the Dunedain Rangers and Watchman Bowguard. Stay away from the Council Guard, please. Who is not engaged? You guys need to go into melee now. It's time. Of course, now that those freaking cavalry outmaneuvered our spears. Did you guys hop in there? We don't have a whole lot. Oh my goodness, the trebuchet wasn't firing the whole time. I knew something was up. Now you lads, pull out. Pull out. Completely forgot about fire at will mode. That probably would have helped us get a few more kills. Come on, cavalry, just get out of there. How accurate are they really going to be against that ballista? Probably not that accurate. We need to shut it down with our cavalry again. There's not really any good targets right now. Oh, come on. Of course, the cavalry is going to keep chasing us down. They don't even have a bonus against cavalry. Why are they doing this? This is just annoying. Alright, Beruthiel's watch. Please take... Can these spearmen please shut down that cavalry? That would be great. Alright, yeah, we're going to have to run down to the units we have down there. How are we doing in the front line? Watchmen X-Guard are going down. Alright, come on. Keep pulling out. We need our spears. Alright, this is so bad. Alright, whatever. You guys stop those. You guys shoot at that. We need these spears right now on that cavalry. We're still winning. We should be okay. And looks like most of that merchant cavalry is already dead. Get a few flanking charges on these gatekeepers. Get them to stop firing at us. Oh no, this isn't good. Alright, this is very much not a good fight for those guys to be in. So gatekeepers on one side, lumbermen on the other, and merchant cavalry. Never, at least we've shut down the ballista at least. Merchant infantry going to town on our archers over here. We're winning in some fights though. We're starting to make them rout. That's exactly what we want. Knights, get out of there. Let the spears take over. Royal Knights can go around the flank, start dealing with more of their rangers. What, 44% to 56? Getting a few kills there with the artillery. That's exactly what we want. Here, shut down that council's guard. Oh, or don't get a charge. Never mind. Pull out. If we can get the charge, we should be able to kill off that general and then make everything rout. But we're not getting the charge. I don't know why we're not getting the charge. We're not far enough. And we're down a full unit of something right now. You guys hit the Watchman Bowguard. We still have to kill, what was it, Billy that we have to kill? I think it's Billy. How are we looking overall? Big contingent of farmhand pikemen right here need to go down. There we go. Weakening that bodyguard even more. If we can just shut him down all the way, we'll find victory. Now you lads, where do we have another big pocket? Those guys should be getting shot at. Why don't you guys go for the rangers? You guys need to go over there as well. Shut down those gatekeepers, please. Alright, come on, take down that council's guard. We don't have any other army abilities to use. Still firing in at these spears. Merchant infantry over here is gonna be a problem. Yes, finally he's dead. Okay, that's gonna swing things heavily into our favor now. Now that Billy has fallen. Billy, you will not be missed. Yeah, we should be able to take down those rangers. Trebuchet's still firing in. Probably can stop now. That Kive huntsmen need to go sacrifice themselves to keep that trebuchet alive. Get rid of the hobbits now before they fire their rocks at us even more. Oh my goodness, they just cannot stand up to that charge. They should not have gone to war. Alright, we're starting to finally swing this over onto our side. Dunedain Rangers should be fleeing soon. Their morale is going to keep them going for a long time. After this, it's just that merchant infantry that we needed to handle. Still some Dunedain Rangers. They need to die. Get all of these watch sheriffs. We're going to execute this whole army for their crimes against us. Let them all down. Every last hobbit must fall. You must know not to rise up arms against us. Oh, that's so brutal. Let's go flee up these Fallen Warriors who've been fighting the whole time with 37. Look at all of the carnage they have dealt. Just 37 of these warriors. Still 12 remain. Fighting against these spearmen. Those guys are champions. Absolute champions. Sword Guard going down. This should relieve the warriors. Yep. One last charge in the back saves those men. But my goodness, can they fight. Now, all that's left are the merchant infantry, I think. That's got to be it, yeah. Oh, got some units here to deal with. I think the Dunedain Rangers are running away. Oh, no, Watchman Bogard's still fighting. Let's deal with the merchant infantry, get them off of us. They're wavering, so this should take care of them. I really like the merchant infantry, though. I think it's the only pullhammer unit in the game. And they're really powerful, actually. I mean, there's really like two-handed hammers, but the specific pull hammer, I should say. Cavalry, pull on out. Need to get a better charge than that. They're very tired, so their charges aren't going to be super effective anymore. Oh, no, that's not far enough. They need to go really far away, it would seem. And go back in for that charge. 65 of them remain. They're shaken. I think this charge should do it. I really hope. Yep, there we go. Lots of damage. And they're fighting to the death. Alright, that's one less unit. like all it is just a few archer units that are still fighting us. And that they're routing, so who is still fighting? That's gotta be it, right? Killed 90% of the force. Oh, they're probably just fighting to the death here. Yeah, that's all. Then a times 6, and... Nope, we're still fighting someone. There we go. What a brutal battle. We lost pretty much a third of our force here. Who got the most kills? It's probably the cavalry. It's gotta be the cavalry. 335 by those royal knights, 105 by the royal guard. Like, where are the royal guard? They're down to only 74. They really held the line well, though. Beruthiel's Watch getting 112, although taking quite a bit of damage themselves. Wow, what a battle. I wasn't expecting the Bree battles to be that insane. I think once we get reinforcements up here and have a more built-up army instead of this ragtag one, we'll be able to easily finish off the Bree land and handle everything else in the north. We're down to only 1,000 men with this army, depending on who all healed at the end of it. We definitely need more infantry. 2,400 gold. Sorry, Bobby, you're going to the hanging pits. That boy ain't right. Alright, Gimilkhad. We could go straight to Longbottom. We're just gonna do it. Just check that. Relations are worsened. Of course they are. Who's even in Longbottom? Berthor the Defender, who's apparently been sitting here the whole time. And look at that, the Shire actually gets a red book instead of a green book. Well, sorry Berthor, you're going down, you and your Westeron defenders. This is our prize for that battle. And, should we occupy it or exterminate it? Exterminating it feels so wrong. Like, we want the hobbits to be working for us. So we'll probably just occupy it. I don't think we can build a culture building. No, we have to be able to. I think it'll just be slow culture. Oh, what a perfect map for a trebuchet. Have that just go right there. Fire at will. Archers, fire at will. We're just going to bombard them. And then have our infantry go in from, like, this side. Get everyone else up there. Archers, run up, please. On times 6. Look at these trebuchet shots coming in. Come on, make some accuracy. Actually hit something, please. Of course, he's going to be shooting at the Beruthiel's Watch, as they like to do. They always like to shoot only that unit. But of course, it is the most threatening. It just sucks that they always get focused down. I mean, Dunedain bodyguards aren't heavily armored, so we should be alright. So they have armor-piercing rounds, and wow, yeah, they're just wrecking the Beruthiel's Watch. But you lads need to pull up now. I mean, they're down to 42, not bad. You lads all shoot at those rangers, please. Like, even you guys. Actually, they can't even all do it. Let's just have these ones do it. Trebuchet's really struggling to make contact here. Of course, they're going to shoot at our heavily armored units. They really know how to use those rangers, don't they? If we get our cavalry in there, that'll shut them down. Problem is, how do we get our cavalry in there? And only 32, which is nice. Crossbows are still making good accuracy, even though they have to fire over that hill. I love the hobbit like holes though inside the hills here. I think that's really cool. Whoever made those was a genius at modding Medieval 2. Alright, cavalry, you must shut down those bodyguard. Okay, can we not do this? Can we please go this way? Yeah, please, stop doing this. Alright, trebuchet, maybe just fire at that blob. 22 remain. This is going well. Probably because of the Beruthiel's Watch. Cavalry going in. This should be enough to finish off this whole unit. It's threatening because they do have axes and armor piercing and melee. But these knights are also really powerful. Use a war cry. Come on, cavalry, you can do it. Feel them going down as they get stabbed by the pokey ends of those axes. Yeah, no, they're winning this fight swimmingly well. There we go. That's what I want to see from the trebuchet. I want to see just absolute destruction. We're still firing in on this flank there. Doing all right. Cut them down. Cut them down. Berthor the Defender must have spent his whole existence sitting in this settlement. And all to be cut down by his own kind from across the world. The trebuchet shot got a little bit close for comfort.
Good tidings.
Yes, he's already dead. That was fast. Raiders can probably make those restaurant defenders flee. If we kill this last guy, I think all we need to do is make the front lines rout. There we go. Come on, cut him down. Oh, let's maybe wait on this cavalry. Ooh, that was way too close.
If we continue like this, we will smash.
There was one unit. That's great. Come on, trebuchet. One more big shot should do it.
Half the enemy force remains.
And times 6. See if the trebuchet can get any other shots. I doubt it. Maybe we can use the carcasses. Yeah, use those, and we should be okay after that. I think that carcass, if we get it to fire and actually hit them, it'll just absolutely demolish their morale, just like that. Come on, keep it going. They're wavering. The rotting flesh. Yes.
This is a clear.
Woo. We finally took the first settlement in the Shire, something I promised in the first episode that we would do to a quiet place who commented, go to the Shire for that dank weed. We have finally done it. Also, on a side note, this loading screen, this artwork, has been one of my longtime favorites. The Battle of Erebor, where Dale had fallen and the remnants of Dale had to flee to the mountain, and they were under siege by the Easterlings until word broke out that the ring was destroyed. The Easterlings' morale had failed, and Thorin III Stonehelm led a charge out the mountain and routed the entire Easterling army. But sadly, Dane and King Brand did fall in that battle. And I think King Dane died by King Brand's side there with his axe in hand. Let's try occupying it and just check it, how that public order would be. We'll get the Dark Sanctuary. We get this Dunedain camp for a free upkeep slot. Meeting hall is nice. Everything here we can use, except for like chicken farming. We'll keep it for the hobbits. We'll let them have their pleasantries. Probably put it on normal taxes for now. And we can't get a conscription camp here, sadly. It would be neat if we could, and to start conscripting the hobbits into our faction, but there's no way that they would fight us, or fight with us. All we have to do is take out Hobbiton, Minglin, and Bree, and that will finish off the Breland. And we'll keep training reinforcements. We'll get our kind of cheaper Azrazirs up there. But that'll do it for this episode, so I will see you guys on the next one. Farewell.